In today's video, we're going to visit the Garden of the Gods and drive all the way to the summit of Pikes Peak in lovely Colorado Springs. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV, yeah. So we woke up early, and the first thing we're gonna do is go by Garden of the Gods, which, by the way, is a free attraction, owned and maintained by the city of Colorado Springs. The light is just perfect this morning. And there's Pikes Peak, above everything else. Which, by the way, we're going there next. Hey, check it out! Wildlife! Let's park here at the main parking lot. Well, what do you know? Early bird gets to park at the Garden of the Gods, and it's a beautiful morning here in Colorado. 7 a.m. There's a rock formation called the Kissing Camels, and I think that's it. Let's go for a stroll on this very accessible trail. Lots of birds flying around. Went back and got the jacket because it is a little bit of a chilly morning here at the Garden of the Gods. Okay, so we are here and we're doing the Central Garden Trail, which is like a loop that goes around. So let's continue. Here's the official plaque commemorating when Garden of the Gods became a public park. And here we have the Kissing Camels from the other side. Yeah, never forget to look back. Sometimes the best views are just behind you. And so far, very easy trail. You know, the grades are not very steep. It's paved, so I would dare to say it's ADA compliant. And we're getting perfect weather here this morning. Not a cloud in the sky. It's probably high 50s. Beautiful. Well, this was a very satisfying hike. We've done about 1.1 miles, and let me tell you, it's totally worth it. Now let's continue. Let's see some of the other. There's a short trail to a hike that we want to do, so we're gonna do that next.
Here we are. This is the next trailhead.
Well, second trail today. We're gonna see if we can do the Siamese twins trail. There's supposed to be a view of Pikes Peak at the end, you know. It's a loop. It's a 1 mile loop. Always Pikes Peak, always in the distance. Look at that, never forget to look back.
I think this is it. There's supposed to be a great view of Pikes Peak, framed by the two rock formations. Yep, this is it. Picture perfect. Some very nice little houses on the hillside here.
That's the parking lot down there.
Let's continue. There's another vista point we want to see. Actually, recommended by viewer Walter from Colorado Springs. But first, let's check out the balanced rock. It is already getting crowded in here. Alright, let's check out Mesa Overlook. It is just a pullout with a parking lot next to a residential neighborhood. These houses, they must have a great view. I think this is it. Would you take a look at that?
Oh yeah, I can see why Walter would recommend this place. I can see what the fuss is all about. Look at that. What a spectacular view of the Garden of the Gods and Pikes Peak behind it. This is, yeah. Hello, Pelican Heads. I hope you're doing well on this Memorial Day. We are here at Colorado Springs. This is called the Mesa Vista Point, and yeah, this is a commanding view of the Garden of the Gods and the Pikes Peak back there. And that's where we're going next. This video is sponsored by Bright Cellars, and Bright Cellars started with a simple idea. Finding wine you love shouldn't be difficult. And you know what I'm talking about. You stand at the wine aisle before hundreds of choices, red, white, rosé, and you don't know what to get or how to pair them. So you always end up getting the same thing or something you may or may not like. Bright Cellars came up with this algorithm that matches people to the wine they'll love. All you have to do is take a quick 7-question quiz, and they match you with wines from all over the world, curated to your taste palette, over 100 varietals from over 80 regions. Let's see what we got this time. Which, by the way, the packaging is completely recyclable, plastic-free, and the smallest carbon footprint in the industry. I just love unboxing stuff, and here we have the wine education cards, which match the label on the wines. Anyway, let's get to the wines. Okay, the first one, here we go, 2022 California Boutin Chenin Blanc. That looks pretty good. Here we have a Cabin 5 Montepulciano. Oh, this is gonna be good. Hazelare California Merlot. I like Merlot. Here we have Lodi Albarino. That's very good too. Last Room Zinfandel. Nothing like a good Zin. And last but not least, oh, I've had this before, this Lodi Red Blend. This is really good. All right, let's give it the taste test. And today I'm in the mood for a Montepulciano. Cabin 5 South Coast Montepulciano. All right, let's read our wine education card. Montepulciano, South Coast, California. Starts bold with a gorgeous nose of boysenberry and damp earth. Pairs with Asiago biscuits, sage salmon butter, wine, vegetable, beef stew, and swapping summer clothes for sweaters. Here we go. Cheers. Oh man, that's the good stuff. Actually, wine can be a great icebreaker here at the campground when it comes to happy hours, sundowners. You know what I mean? Us RVers, we're a friendly bunch. And it is always good to have something handy so you don't show up empty-handed at the campfire. Bright Cellars has a satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like a bottle for any reason, they will replace it. And this one I like. Cheers.
Thanks, Bright Cellars, for giving my followers their first 6-bottle subscription box, usually $150 plus, for just $70. Click the link in the description to take the quiz and get started today. In order to drive to the summit of Pikes Peak, nowadays you have to reserve a timed entry permit, which is $2, and then pay an extra $15 per person. Pretty straightforward, but it means you have to plan to arrive at a certain time. They do give you a 2-hour window, so not bad. And in this case, it makes sense. Parking is very limited at the summit. The base of the mountain is about a 10 to 15 minute drive from where we were, so we're really close. here we are.
It's a gorgeous day. Are you familiar with how to use low gear? Okay, you will need first gear to come down. Drive is fine going up, but first gear coming down. Have fun, all right?
They do make sure you understand your vehicle's transmission and know how to put it on first gear for the return downhill trip. Because if you ride your brakes on such a long, steep downhill grade, they can overheat, and you don't want to lose your brakes descending from Pikes Peak. Brake fade could be fatal here. This is going to be our first stop on the way up, Crystal Reservoir. There's a visitor center, a gift shop, and maybe they have something to eat. And here they have a map. We still have a long way to go.
Well, this is the first stop going up. This is, I believe, the Crystal Reservoir, and that's the visitor center. We're gonna take a bathroom break and maybe get something to eat, and we continue. Hello there, Mr. Bigfoot. Right.
Let's see if they have something to eat.
It's gonna be lunch with a view. We don't have to go to Alaska anymore. We're gonna experience Alaska climate at 11,500 feet. Cool. This was a nice break. Now we continue. We have to make it all the way up there.
It is starting to get steeper and steeper. Let's stop and take some pictures. We can already see the snow-capped peaks of the Front Range of the Rocky Mountains. One of those is supposed to be Mount Evans. And we were just down there at the Crystal Reservoir.
Well, normally when they put the binoculars, that's where the better views are. From up here, look at that.
Here's the historic Glen Cove Inn, and there will be a brake checkpoint on the way down. Let's make another quick stop here because the views are becoming truly spectacular. Getting higher and higher, almost above the tree line. We're almost there. What a ride this has been. And I'm sure it will be even more exciting on the way down. By the way, I'm starting to feel the effects of the high altitude. I'm a little lightheaded, a little bit of a headache, a little short of breath. It is not necessarily comfortable being this high.
Marker 16.
Oh gosh, the high elevation is making me lose my voice.
That's the Continental Divide right there.
I don't know if this is exactly the Continental Divide, but it is definitely the front range of the Colorado Rockies. Up and up we go. Yeah, I feel compelled to stop at anything that remotely resembles a vista point. And we have reached the summit. Now let's find parking. It turns out there's still plenty of parking, but it is still early.
We're on top of the world. Well, we've made it to the summit, Pikes Peak, over 4,000 feet of elevation. A little bit of short of breathness here, a little bit of altitude sickness, but you know, we're from sea level, so it takes a little bit to get used to, but amazing 360 views.
Such amazing views of the Front Range. It would be nice to be able to read the orientation map, but it is partially covered.
Well, this here seems to be the cog railway. I believe it is the tallest cog railway in the world, or at least in America. And now let's see the views towards Colorado Springs down there. It's getting cloudier by the minute, so and there's a lot of snow. Look at all the snow everywhere. On that side, of course, that's the Continental Divide. One of those high peaks is Mount Evans, I believe, that one over there. And over here, we can see Colorado Springs. And here we're looking east, so we could probably see all the way to Kansas, actually. That seems to be Garden of the Gods down there. And then, as we zoom out, well, Colorado Springs. And looking to the west, yeah, those are the Great Plains. It's getting cloudier, but amazing views from up here. Amazing views.
We're getting a little bit of snow here, all of a sudden. Here's the original Summit House, constructed in 1873.
Yeah, this is how high the snow is packed here at Pikes Peak. It's a lot of snow. Okay, let's go all the way around.
Apparently, this was the view that inspired Catherine Lee Bates to write America the Beautiful. And the cog railway has arrived. This one dates back to 1891, although it was almost completely rebuilt between 2017 and 2021. It is still the tallest cog railway in the world.
Well, they had to dig it out because everything is full of snow. But here we are. This would be the actual summit to Pikes Peak. And there is no view, but we're still gonna take a selfie, because that's what you do. So here we are. It's official. We've made it to the summit of Pikes Peak. 14,115 feet. 4,300 meters above sea level. And this was definitely bucket list.
And he keeps plowing away. He's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him. Yeah, this is where we parked. And let me show you. Behind all this snow, you have the beautiful views of the Rockies. Well, now we have nowhere to go but down, but hey, mission accomplished.
Down we go. Let's stop here real quick.
Alright, let's go on a little hike to the top of this hill here. Hopefully it's not too slippery, but I did bring my hiking boots. Even though it is snowy, it is not very slippery. Just have to be careful with your step. It was never my intention. Well, it kind of was my intention to go all the way to the top, but I think this is as far as I'm gonna go. I wanted to get this 360 or 180 view of the Rockies.
Sliding down this slope seems to be a thing, so here I go.
Let's see if this works. That was 100% awesome. Totally worth it.
Traffic jam on America's mountain. one more look. One more time. That's, again, Garden of the Gods and Colorado Springs. Here they have a checkpoint where they check the temperature of your brakes, just in case you've been misbehaving and riding them on the way down.
Yeah, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty good.
We've successfully made it back down. And now arriving in North Pole. Soon we'll be going to the real North Pole in Alaska. And we're back by Manitou Springs. We're almost home.
Atmospheric pressure. It's totally a thing. That's how much less air there is up there. Now, did you know we can kind of see Pikes Peak from our campsite? Check it out.
Now let's celebrate our accomplishment with some good bar food and an IPA. Oh, they have some kind of festival going on here. It must be great to live at a place like this, surrounded by mountains, and so many activities to do in the area. I know, we barely scratched the surface here. And we'll be back, but right now, Alaska awaits.
Here we are, Colorado Mountain Brewery.
We even got a little bit of a mountain view. They have another location where the views are supposed to be better, but it is kind of far from where we are. We got their delicious Panther IPA, egg rolls, queso, and that's it for Colorado Springs.
Here we are, old Colorado City.
On the next one, we drive perhaps the most scenic stretch of interstate highway there is, and find a beautiful remote boondocking spot in Wyoming. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road. Riding in Miami.